Saturday, and it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I got some more junk. There's me a shifter for the 46. That should be good. And I got some extra Craggers. Might try them on the front of that and see how it looks. You know, when I get time. You know, I've been watching George's videos. He's been out working in the shop. Look, it's 27, he said, today. My thermometer don't even go that low. I think I'm going to turn the heater on. You're doing a fine job there, pal.
Trying to see some of the floor in some places.
Hey, were you looking at them girls over there across the street, Amanda?
What do you expect I'm going to do when I hear something?
Okay, just checking.
Man, you
Hey, look, pal. I'm getting my money's worth. Put that down. You know, I love sweeping the floor. I could watch it all day. Well, while they're so industriously cleaning up the floor, which is desperately needed, I'm going to work on this firewall a little more. This is a regular sweeping frenzy. Alright, this isn't supposed to be a sweeping video. I'm going to try to do something about firewalls. I made this piece for the firewall. I'm going to weld that up and make sure it's shaped correctly. And then proceed from there. Alright, Mrs. Heavy Chevy has failed to trim in the bushes. So I'm alone for a little bit here. I'm going to weld that piece in that the magnet is on. Or at least tack it in place. And then I'm going to see about how I'm going to mount that steering column and continue with the firewall. Alright, I'm going to reuse this old steering column because I just got to. Just took the steering wheel off. That's pretty neat. It's a tapered fit right there with a keyway. So I need to pop that out and continue disassembly. I don't know why it is. You never remember to go to the auto parts store until 5 minutes after they close. I was wanting to get a bearing for the end of this thing, but guess we'll have to wait on that. I pulled the shaft out. There's the steering wheel lock, which works off of this. That's your ignition power on and locks the steering wheel. That's pretty neat. I'm going to utilize that if possible. Alright, I've determined where I want to cut my shaft. Maybe airing, or the outer part of the steering column. Maybe airing on the long side. It's easier to cut more off than weld more back on. I'm going to use this cutter so I got a nice square cut. Alright, I got the outside portion of the steering column cut. And I'm thinking it'll work pretty close. It's hard to see, but that U-joint will fit in there something like so. Obviously I've got to work on its alignment some. So I think that's gonna work. And then I'll show you, we still got a little range of motion here. And then over here, my, what a clean floor. That U-joint is for a 3/4 inch round shaft, which this is. Trouble is, that's quite a bit larger than 3/4 inch. It measures 0.895. So, and this is a hollow shaft. And the inside measurement of that is 0.688. So my idea is take a piece of this 3/4 inch shaft and turn it down to the inside dimension there. Drill a hole so I can plug weld it. Maybe even drill all the way through and put a pin in it and then weld the pin. I think I've got clearance to do that. And then this portion will stick out, go through a bearing into the U-joint. I really need a bearing. Anyway, we'll see how she goes here. I'm going to start by drilling the end here so I can use my live center. To keep everything nice and stable. Some of you might remember I welded the clamp under there with a torch to clamp this tailstock down. So far so good. So I won't bore you with all that. Alright, I got that turned down. I believe that'll slip inside the shaft. Not sure what happened there. Whether it's a little softer in that spot or what, but anyway. Cut a little bit deeper. Everything's, maybe I better tighten up something here. I don't know. Anyway, I think it'll work. Alright, let's see if it fits. Fits in there with a nice tight fit. So I think what I'll do is drill a hole through there and pin it and then weld the pin. Seems like I didn't have my vise very tight, did I? Well, I've been a little distracted here, but this I decided fits in there too loosely. I cut it a little too much, so I did it again. That fits much better. But I can't finish that up till I find a bearing. So for now, I'm going to make a mount for the steering column anchored to the floorboard. Go in the house. Well, we had some visitors, so I didn't do much camera in. But I did get myself a little mount made for the steering column. I think that's pretty neat. That is one of the shifting levers out of the 66 Chevy from the 3-speed. So that's pretty cool, I think. Should be good and rigid.
What's it?
Alright, let's go in and go night-night. You want to?
Nah. Sure.
No, sure. I want to, so let's do it.